The Gathering of Nations is one of the largest powwows in North America. More than 500 tribes from around the United States and Canada gather at the pit for a spectacular weekend of Native American dance, singing, and drumming, as well as indigenous arts and crafts. And joining us this year with all the details are founders Derek Mathews, Dr. Lita Mathews, and Melonie Mathews. It's a family affair. Welcome back, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I can't believe a year has gone by, to tell you the truth, as
Yes.
I'm sitting here with all of you, but this is the 30th anniversary of the Gathering of Nations. So how are you guys celebrating the milestone?
Well, it's been going on since last year, actually. As soon as last year's powwow was over, the 30th anniversary seemed to have just gotten going, and there's been many different activities, so much interest. And one of the things that we wanted to do was, we started this event in a very small way 30 years ago, and we luckily took a lot of photographs over that time. So we worked with our graphic artist, and we put together a commemorative book called 30 Years of Gathering, The Gathering of Nations Powwow. And it's fantastic photographs.
And I want to talk about the book in a moment, but first I just want to touch on what you just said. You know, it started as something small. How has it evolved over the years?
It started out basically as an event for our friends to come to, almost like a small party. And in the very first year, the word that it was happening brought more people than the small U of A gym could hold. It had a capacity of 250, and there was about 1,000 people there. And it grew out of word of mouth that this was a fantastic event. The media got hold of it, tourism got hold of it, got word that it was going, and it grew on its own pretty much in that various way. So we moved from the old University of Albuquerque to 2 years at the State Fairgrounds, and to our home for the last 28 years of 30 at the UNM Arena, the Pit.
That's amazing. It really is wonderful. And what are some of the events that can't be missed?
Well, of course, we start with Miss Indian World, and that's
yes.
always a can't miss, because it's a very intimate evening with the contestants. And even though the powwow is so huge, you see all the dancing, the contestants give you more of a tidbit as to what the cultures are, because there's so many tribes across the United States and Canada. They give you something that you really would never ever see anyplace else.
Absolutely. And no, I know so many people are looking forward to that. And again, I want to touch now on what you just mentioned, which is this book, this 30 Years of Gathering of Nations. And we actually have let's take a look at the book, because we are celebrating this 30th anniversary with this book. So tell us a little bit about it.
The book has been a real effort on just trying to capture 30 years. And with all the photographs that Derek has brought out from the gathering, it really tells a story from the start to present. What we did was we asked people to send us a blurb on their memories of the gathering, and we put a thing on the website, you know, for people to just tell us what they thought about it. And with all of those quotes from people, it really touched the heart of the gathering.
So now at the gathering this year, everybody will be able to purchase the book?
The book will be for sale.
And one thing about the book too is that you get to see the evolution of sort of in 30 years, how outfits have changed, how dancers, you know, because it's really grown to be more spectacular over the years with the, you know, advent of sequins and rhinostones and things that are appointments have been added to the outfits. So you see kind of more simple at the beginning when we started as to what it is now, because it is a competition, singing and dancing.
Absolutely.
So, you know, dancers are always looking to make their outfits a little brighter and bring something different to it. So you get to see that in this book.
I love that. I think that's great. And I know so many other people want to be able to come on out and be at this event. So how can they get a schedule of events, and how can they get tickets?
You can get a schedule of the events. You can actually get all the information you want online at our website, www.gatheringofnations.com.
Perfect.
Or you can contact the Hispano Chamber of Commerce as well.
Fantastic, and everything taking place from the 25th to the 27th. Thank you all so much for joining us, and I wish you another 30 and more.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.